Hey everyone!
Hello.
Hi, I've got Dougie here as well.
Wait, are we in the people who's checking the chat?
We were just going to attend, to be honest with you.
Cool. Look, it's Dougie.
Can I say hi?
Hi.
You say hi, Alex. And David and Kiara are there as well. I think they're both muted though. Oh,
What does it say there?
Hey,
Hey everyone.
Hey David.
Hi, David.
Hey.
We'll be ready to start in just a minute. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
the hiccups over here.
Oh.
How are you, Alex?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can check the chat. I will load us up a background.
Cool.
Cool.
I made a little gut.
Come on, pull up the thingy.
Oh, slideshow stopped.
Okay.
Why? I want to have a virtual back. I don't want to have
Makes it look a bit tidier, doesn't it? That's because you'll be able to remix the project so you can save it to your own
Look,
account.
I made a little guy, and
Camera's up
look, I made.
I can't see him. He's gone red.
He's disappeared into your virtual
Yeah,
background.
it looks like you're just holding nothing.
No, no. When you have it over your head, it looks like it's just a red little like line.
Okay.
There, do you see it now?
Yes, I see it. I see him.
Multi.
Whoa!
Right, it's time to start, and we've got lots of people in today. Welcome everybody, welcome back. If you were here last week, then welcome back. If you were here last time, welcome back again. This is our first time back in the new lockdown. We're very excited, aren't we, Alex?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, properly excited. So today we're creating a platform game.
With lasers.
With lasers, don't give it away. But you know what we're going to learn?
What?
We're going to learn how to use the keyboard to control Sprite. We've done that before, some people, but we'll do that again. And we're going to use the if then else block. Remember that one?
Yeah, we actually had to use it to remove a glitch, didn't we?
And we're going to clone a sprite. We've used that a few times now. The tutorial link's there, and I think Kiara's also pasted that into the chat, and the link to get started is around as well. So this tells you how to save your work. Hopefully you've got a Scratch account already. If you haven't, then you might have time to do it now. Join quickly while we do the intro, and then you can press, once you've joined, you can press the remix button and you'll be able to do it. So we're going to show you that, and then we'll get started. So I'll stop sharing that slideshow now.
Are we ready?
We're nearly ready. So I'm going to share my other screen instead. Come back, Zoom. It's been a while since I've done this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Zoom.
It was last lockdown.
It was. Share screen, and we're going to share this screen, which is the tutorial. Here we go. So this is the link that Kiara shared for you, and we're going to go into the first page of the tutorial, and we're going to click on this link. This link is what you need to create a new project ready to get started. So if I do that in a new tab, hopefully someone's pasted that in the chat as well. Kiara or David, could you paste that link in the chat?
Oh, we have a little background.
So here we go.
Where's the laser?
Oh, well, we haven't put the laser in yet. So we're going to hit the remix button so that this can be R1 and we can save it ready for future. Okay. And the first thing we do, let me just move some windows around so I can see what's going on. There's our backdrop with platforms, but the first thing we need to do is choose a character to run around the maze, run around the platforms, okay? So we want to create a new sprite. That's down here, choose a sprite.
What is it? Is it a...
Well, we've got lots of options, but what
is
we
it
want...
an onion?
Not an onion.
But his head looks like an onion.
What we want is one that can walk. So if you type walking, we can see lots of different walking options. We've got Avery walking. That's a funny one. There's a bear, there's a Giga, there's Pico, there's a unicorn running. Which one should we have?
Giga.
You like Giga?
Yes, I like Giga.
Okay, let's use Giga then.
Giga.
So there's Giga.
Let's shrink it. She's a bit big. She's a bit big.
Yeah, that's a good point. Shall we make? Do we think it's him or her?
I think it's her.
Okay. Shall we make her a bit
Tiny.
smaller? So we'll take the size down a little bit here.
25, 50. Like that.
That'll work. Does that look about right?
Yeah, that looks right. But they have a very big onion-shaped head for a weird reason. You see
Now,
what I mean?
I do see
It's
it
very
does look a
onion.
little bit like an onion.
Head.
We're just going to keep going. I'm trusting Kiara and David. Ali is there as well. If anybody says anything on chat or questions and needs us to slow down or do anything differently, then shout it out and we will change because we can't
We're
see.
going to go to events, and we need to get the when flag is clicked.
Okay.
Can you just slow down a little bit, Mike, just so that everyone can get their
Sure.
projects up and running?
No problem. I'll
Thanks.
paste the short link to the project as well because that might help you. So this is the short link to start a new project.
And once you are up there, you need to go and
Wait a minute, Alex. We're just waiting.
Okay.
Give them a minute. So we've chosen our sprite,
Which is Giga.
which is Giga.
Okay.
Something in the Q&A as well. And cool. Catherine's caught up. Excellent. Ready to go then. So you remember what to do, Alex? You started that, hadn't you?
Yeah, we start
So
with that.
when the
and-
flag is pressed, which is when we start the game,
and
we
then
want to do
a
our favourite thing.
Forever Man.
Yeah, and we're trying to move when a key's pressed.
Then-
So what do we need?
With an if then. Not an if then else.
No, that's
We'll be
right.
learning that about a bit later.
Yeah.
Then we need to go, I think it's down.
Slow down a
here.
little minute. So we put an if, but we want to do if a key is pressed. So in sensing,
If
and we drag key
and
pressed.
sensing. Not operators, because some of those look the same.
Okay, put it in there. And what key do we want for moving right?
Right arrow.
Very good.
Or D if you're making it like video games.
Okay.
Because D is right.
And then we want to make it point in the right direction.
Let's go to looks.
I think it's motion because we're moving.
Yeah, it is motion, isn't it?
That's right.
So we need to go to where's pointing direction.
You see pointing direction?
There it is. Pointing direction 90.
Yeah.
And then we movement.
How far are we going to move at a time when you press a key?
I think it should be a nice. She should be pretty slow, so I think a good old 3.
Okay,
will
cool.
do.
And
You can do smaller or higher
you
if
can
you want.
if you want to make it faster or slower. And because she's got lots of costumes, if you go into
Oh.
costumes, you can see it. You can click on the costumes tab for me. There you go. She's got lots of different costumes. That's for the animation.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop boop beep boop.
There you go. Okay, so go back to the code and we'll show everybody how we make it. Okay, there you go. That's the code. So having moved a little bit, you want to change the look to move to the next costume, don't you? So can you find
Let's
that?
go to which one could it be? Next costume.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, should we try it? We can only do one thing at the moment, but let's try it.
Yeah, activate and we're gonna go blah blah. Oh, she's moving really fast. I think it's like it's moving is going too fast.
Oh, that's all right. And you can't move back though.
No, we run into the wall. The only
Right.
thing you can see is her ear and head.
So we need to do the same and be able to move her backwards. How are we going to do that? Do you think you can copy what we've done?
Maybe we can put it in the same forever loop.
Yeah. How about we duplicate this whole block? So if you right click on it, and you've got duplicate. And then you can put that
pop it
underneath.
But instead of having this, we need to go to left arrow.
That's right.
We need to rotate it to
Which direction?
so she's looking that way.
That's right.
I think we might need to reset her.
Okay.
Oh wait, we can't reset her
Why can't we reset her?
Because it doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She's walking upside down.
Well, that looks like fun. You can make it like do flips.
So what we need to do is change the rotation style, that's called. We can do that.
Let me do the flip. I like doing a flip.
Okay, Alex. You're getting distracted. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
So there's a couple of things we want to fix when we start, don't we? We want to fix where she starts when you press the green flag, and also what's called the rotation style, how she moves.
And can I show the rotation style?
Well, let's just say what position we need her to be in. So we want her to be at minus 190.
And probably minus 150.
So do you think we should put that at the start?
Yes, at the very beginning.
Okay.
Before the forever loop.
So we need go to
This.
and we'll
Because
put,
if we have it in the forever loop, it'll forever go to that point. And we'll click one step forward and fall back.
yeah. And the other thing we need to fix is the rotation style. Once we've done that, we'll recap over everything that we've done so far.
What's the rotation style?
Well, that's in looks, isn't it? We can have, let's go and find that somewhere.
It's in motion, apparently, according to my little helper.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in
thanks,
motion.
little helper. There, you're right, it is.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thanks, Dougie.
Um,
Set rotation
And
style
now
to
it
left,
goes-
right.
all right, Fred.
We haven't restarted it, so it's still using the old code. It's still in the forever loop. So press the flag and let's see what happens.
We should
Which goes back
reset
to
and
the
go.
beginning.
Cool.
So should we do a recap, Alex? Should we show everybody what we've done so far?
A
Our
recap?
little moving card.
What's a recap?
It's when we tell everybody what we've done. So we created ourselves a new sprite to get started, to choose the character who moves in it. So we're not going to add a new one here, but what we did was we went choose sprite and we looked for any of the walking ones. So if you're just catching up with us,
You could have
you
done
could pick any of these different walking
You
sprites.
could even be a
You could have
unicorn.
a running unicorn. That would be quite cool. But
You could have been Pico, which I think is a male version of Giga.
then in our new sprite, we wanted to make it so that when you start the game, so when you press the green flag, we go to the beginning, which is down here, and that's the coordinates. So we use go to X, Y in the motion group, and set the rotation style to left and right so that she moves
we
backwards
be
and
able to
forwards instead of
fly?
spinning upside down.
Will we be able to fly if we go upwards?
Yeah, well, let's talk about going upwards in a minute. And then in our forever loop, so this happens all the time while the game's running, if the right key is pressed, so we've got an if block.
Look, I can actually go. I'm pressing it, but I'm not
I've
moving.
turned her off. There
Oh.
we go. If the right key is
Look, she
pressed, we
looks like
point
a
in
hero.
direction 90 over here.
Oh,
Move
no.
3 steps and choose next costume to animate. And we do the same the other way for the left arrow.
Yeah, just the exact same, just opposite.
There we go. That's the recap. So we've got moving left and right. But we want to be able to go up the ladder, don't we?
Oh, the ladders.
There, that's what those pink things are. There.
So we need to press up.
Yeah. But.
But if.
Okay, so let's put another if block in.
Where's the if
Let's say
sign?
controls.
Beep boop. Activating. Second. Nope, not in
Quite
there.
Drag it into the right place.
There.
So we want to do a key press, which is sensing, isn't it? But we
Yeah.
also only want to do it if you're also touching the pink. So we need an and operator.
Which is down here. Where's the and operator?
Up a little bit. Nearly got it. Down a bit. Up a bit. Up a bit. Up a bit more. Up a bit more. There.
I was like, literally, I'm blind.
So we want to do, if the key's pressed, the
Sensing.
same as before. So grab the key pressed one.
We could have it be space though.
We're going to use space for something else later.
Is it going to be a little jump?
Yeah. Giving away the spoilers again, Alex.
I just guessed that, okay?
And if we're touching the colour pink, so if I'm touching colour, and I
What?
click on the
We
colour,
don't want it to be
and you can use
green.
that dropper to select the colour from here.
I don't want it to be hair red.
No, you find the pink and click on the pink.
Right. It's very hard.
There we go.
Very hard.
So, you want to see if this works? Shall we stop it and start it again? Go back to the beginning.
Dad, you just realised that it's going to do nothing. You put no code in the box.
Oh,
code
we
in the
forgot that
box.
bit. Well, we're pressing the if button. Okay. So what we're trying to do is make her climb up the ladder.
Y, which means we need to change the Y.
Why is it Y?
Why is it Y? Because it's up and down.
Yeah, you can see it over here, can't you? Not set Y. We don't want to make it a fixed value, do we? Want to make it change.
Change Y. That one. Not set Y. Because that would be bad.
Okay.
Because you just keep teleporting to the same place.
Change Y by 4. Now, somebody's just said in the chat that her character or their character won't stop walking on its head. That's the rotation style. So you'll
Up
see.
here we have
There you go.
put in a. It should be in here, and
It's in motion. It's
set.
Scroll down a little bit in motion. There you go. Set rotation style.
To left, right.
So we can make her go back to running on her head if you want. If you change the rotation style back to all around, which is what it is by default.
Yeah.
You'll just start the game again.
What? Oh yeah.
Otherwise,
This is going to be so. I like this because I can do flips.
so that's what you're seeing. But to fix that, all right, Alex, we've done that. To fix that, we need to change it back to left, right in the rotation style. There we go. So now we've got left and right, and walking up the ladder. How cool is that? Can you get to the end of the level?
It does nothing.
Oh, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
We need to be able to go down the ladder.
Do we need her to do something when she hits the green
We
level?
need to be able to go down the ladder.
Well, that's the challenge.
Gravity?
No, not gravity yet.
Oh.
The first thing is, can we make Giga even?
Giga.
Can we make Giga say something when it gets to the
Yay.
green door? How we can do that?
Say yay. Can we have it be recorded?
Like
that
Alex,
possible?
someone's character is
Yeah.
moving in midair. Have you got any thoughts?
Moving in midair, well, that might happen.
Because
Yeah.
you might not have done the ad and put the touch in colour.
Well,
Because
we can make ours move in midair as well. Do you want to start the game and I'll show you how? So if we go up here a little bit and then walk up a bit, and then we can still move left and right.
Oh,
We'll get to what should happen when you come off the ladder.
because we might add some
Soon.
gravity.
We might add some gravity, that's right. But first, should we do, if we're touching this colour, we should say something. Can you figure out how to do that? So we need another if,
Oh yeah, we need
another control block.
I do not like your mouse. I do not like your mouse. Your mouse is annoying. People, there. There's so many ifs in
So
this
you want
one.
to do sensing again
Can
for
we
touching
zoom
colour?
out a little bit?
Oh no, because nobody else will be able to see it on their screens because we've got a very big screen here, Alex.
Actually, you've got two screens. To be correct, we have two screens.
So we want another sensing, don't we? Because we want to see if we're touching the colour.
Green.
Pick a colour.
No, let
Oh, you're going to do it? Okay, do it.
Bebo.
Beep
I
up.
have got an eyedropper. We look for
Find
the
the green.
green. I think I found it.
Very good. Click on that. And we want her to say something. I can't remember. I think that's in
Yeah,
looks as well.
That's in looks. But can we have a
There we go.
thing that you're saying?
There we go. Say.
Hello. But we wanted to say yay.
You're going to say yay? Okay. We'll type in there then. Say yay.
With a long Y at the end. It needs to be long. Yay.
Yay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Start
go.
again. So
While
while you're doing that, Alex, can you not parkour sing? So I can talk everybody through the code while you're doing that, because a couple of people haven't got quite things working quite how they want. So at the top of the code, we go to the start position after the flag's clicked, and set the rotation style left and right. Then inside a forever loop, we've got 4 different ifs. One of them's if the right arrow is pressed. Point your direction 90, move 3 steps, and go to next question.
I shall forever say yay.
Oh, we didn't make it stop
I
saying yay.
shall forever say yay.
Do we need to wait a minute when we do that? Should we put a wait event in?
Let's have a wait a second.
Wait a second.
Make it wait a second. Let's make it waypoint a second.
And then I think, oh no, there's a better version of that, isn't there? Can you see? There's a, so I've just taken that block out and I'm deleting those. There's a say
hello.
for some time, and that's
Let's
the one
say
we want.
let's say yay for 0.3 seconds.
0.3. Should we do 1 second?
Let me try this again. I'll still be floating though. I don't like floating. Floating's not
So the
fun.
bit that makes you climb up the ladder, if you're struggling with that bit, is, move the mouse around, Alex, is this block here, where if, and there's an and operator in here, if the up arrow is pressed and we're touching the ladder colour, then change Y by 4.
I think his head's been chopped off.
Oh no, keep going across and see what happens when we touch the green. Because the last bit is if we're touching the colour green. So yay for 1 second.
Yay! I'm stuck. I'm lagging. Oh, it was really slow then. Did you see? It can really
Well, let's
slow
not worry
down.
about that now. I think that's something that we need to do because it just keeps going around. I think I can hear.
A dog.
Do you think you're right?
I think I hear a dog.
Right, shall we move on? So hopefully everybody's caught up.
It's
If
not-
you're struggling, then it might be worth going through the tutorial or watching the video back later. We'll have to move on to the next step now, I think. So we're going to add some gravity to the game. What happens when,
Gravity is not fun because then you don't. Because then you can't fall.
at the moment, when she walks off the edge?
So you just float, which is fun.
Yes.
Because you can fly through the sky.
So what
It's
we're going
not
to do,
nice.
Alex,
I don't like it.
is we're going to add a gravity variable. Are you ready? Ooh, sit on your chair
variable,
properly. Remember where variables are.
variable. I love variable.
So variables, make a variable. Do it slowly because it takes people a while to see what's happening here. Gravity. Well, you don't have to type slowly. So we're creating a new variable for all sprites called gravity. There you go. That's in our stage.
Can we set the gravity to really high or it falls down really fast?
So we clicked. Well, we'll see that later. We've clicked make a variable and then made one called gravity. We're going to click this little checkbox here as well to stop it showing up on the stage.
But it was already checked, so you unchecked it.
So I
not
unchecked
checked it.
So we're going to do a new thing when, for all the time, because gravity applies all the time, doesn't it?
Which means you need a forever.
And we need another when flags clicked.
So you could technically float. It's just that you would have to go across and then click this while you're still floating.
Yeah.
And you can, but you can't move when you're floating.
Okay, so put forever loop in.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I'm doing that. What else do we need?
We need to, at the start, we're going to set the gravity variable before our forever loop. So say what that gravity is going to be. Set gravity to -4.
But then isn't he going to float? Because if it's negative gravity, he's going to float.
Well, we're going down. So down is negative, isn't it, on this Y? So -4 would be going down.
No.
And forever,
We can make
all
it,
the
we can
time,
make him float. We
we're
can
going
make
to
him float with a
change, we're going to move.
Float
So we change Y,
by.
but instead of a number, we're going to change it by our variable value. So we're going to go and click on variables and we're going to put gravity in there.
Oh, can I want? Okay, I'm
ready
going to
to
reset
start?
this. I want to see.
Oh, no.
He falls through the blue. Should we have a do gravity if you're not touching blue?
That's a really good idea.
So instead of having a forever loop, we have an if.
No, wait.
What?
Moving too fast.
What am I moving
We
to?
still want it in a forever loop, don't we?
Okay.
Should we put a forever back?
Okay.
Forever. We want it inside an if, though. Another if block. So
I just no. When the gravity's there, I'm just gonna. I want to try something.
So we only want to change Y by gravity if
We're touching blue.
no.
No.
If we're not
No,
touching
can we just
blue.
do that? Can we just do that for a second? I just
No,
want to do that. Let me do this. If touching blue.
Okay. You need to pick your colour then. What do you think is going to happen if you do this?
I'm just going to test something. Just a challenge. All right. That was...
Was that not what you were expecting?
I'm falling through the floor.
Well, what have you done? What do you think we need to change?
It's perfect. Oh no, we need to make it.
We need to put a knot. Where are we going to find a knot?
Sensor
Operators.
operators. Is there a knot? Just a knot.
There is a knot.
Where's
Up
just
a little bit. Up a little. Up a bit. Up a bit. Up a bit. Up a bit. There. If not, touching colour blue. But
no, can I?
okay, try that. So now she doesn't
So we
fall.
are falling down, but we said they're moving up to the same on the ladder. We don't move up.
You can't move up
We can't.
because you need gravity not to apply when we're touching a ladder as well. How might you do that?
Look, I do go up a little. I do go up a little bit,
Okay.
then I fall back down. I'm slight. My feet are on the floor, and it
Okay.
hurts.
Okay. Alex, how might you do?
It's going to be a not and something.
It's going to be an or.
Not.
If you're not touching the colour blue or pink. So find an or block
Are we going to have to put that?
in there.
In-
That's it. That's it. No, you were right there.
But then it ejects that.
Well, put that in one side.
Well, and now the
Yep.
knot's out. This is annoying.
Put that in there.
It's a
And then
bit
you want touching colour
fiddly.
blue on the left-hand side one, not in the middle.
That one.
That's it. And you want another touching colour, which is more sensy.
This is so much work.
And then
I'm
click
going to
on.
move it over a bit so they can see.
Okay, just drag the whole.
That's okay.
Okay, that's fine. Another touching colour. If you're touching the ladder, gravity doesn't apply.
So
there,
the
Mike.
ladder is bright green, right?
No. What colour's the ladder?
That colour.
That's right.
Oh,
Right, you missed.
I missed.
Click it again. It's okay.
I missed again.
Click.
I'm
you want me to
trying
click
to
for you?
click. It's just the mouse is
Is
a
it
bit.
my funny mouse?
Yes. I got the pink. Let's try
Stop
this
again and start again. Let's see what
Ban
we
dan
can do.
dan 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 ban dan 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 up the ladder. Ban dan
So you
dan.
can climb the ladder because gravity's not applying when you're touching. But if you walk off the edge, what happens?
Ah! You slowly float down.
There we go. We've done some gravity.
Mum, Dad, just for a second. I can actually do something really weird.
Well,
I can walk. If I'm like this, I can walk in the blue.
that's
In the
a bit
blue.
weird, but never mind.
It's just the glitch. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we're gonna make him jump, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We need a when piece.
you ready for jumping?
We need a
When?
when piece.
That's it.
We need that piece.
When the space key is jump. That's the one we want. We're going to use for jumping. When space is pressed.
Repeat something? Why do we need to repeat? 10
Change y by 4.
change y by 4. Okay. So that's in motion.
Yep.
Change y by. Let's see if we can make him do a super jump.
Okay.
That'll be funny.
Right,
Super
so
jump!
there's space to jump.
Super jump! He jump. I could like jump him like really far. I could fly.
I
If you
think
just-
10 might be a bit much, mightn't it?
No, you can technically fly if you hold space. Watch this. I'm going to do something you've never seen before. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I think that 4's not enough.
4's not enough. Should we put it up a bit?
Let's make it a 5. Because it's the same as gravity. I shall fly to the world. I can fly. I can fly.
There we
Oh,
go.
now-
Good jumping.
That's kind of a cheat. You can like phase through stuff. Should we make
But
something
have
else?
you noticed that the jumping's not very smooth, really, is it? What we need to do is to make jumping smooth, we need her to jump by less each time. So wait. We're going to need to
Do we
create a
need a
new variable called jump height. You're right.
Make another one.
Jump height,
And we're gonna make it 22.
probably just for this sprite.
Okay. I put the
And we don't want that visible either, so we just untick that. So what we want to do
Well, we can't see our jump variable though.
is we're going to set the jump height at the beginning.
That's gravity.
Well, let's change that to jump height then.
Whoa! I didn't know we could do that.
And then instead of a repeat 10, we're going to do a repeat until. So let's take that away. And under control, let's see, repeat until.
But then we need to put a...
We want to repeat until the jump height is 0, because what we're going to do is we're going to start with a high number of jump height and we're going to reduce it each time we jump as we go through the loop.
Oh, so you can hold it so it won't fly anymore. So breaking the flying glitch, basically. Oh.
So repeat until we need an equals operator here. We're doing a comparison.
But don't we need it to like regain so it doesn't stay at 0?
Well, let's see what happens, shall we? So we want to repeat until we want to put our jump height variable. So I just clicked on variables. Put our jump height variable equals 0. So it starts at 8, and until it equals 0, we're going to move. So change y. We're going to jump
by 10.
Not by 10.
Yes, by 10.
But by the amount of jump height. So we're going to drag jump height in there as well.
But how do we make the jump height go down? Oh, I got an idea. Let me try this.
Do you think you know how to make jump height go down each time? Change.
Will this be in the repeat until?
Yeah, underneath the change y. Or they've got hooked on.
Jump
We just want that to be underneath.
by
Okay?
negative.
That's
Not
right.
1, negative. But then you could like do a jump and a bigger jump and a bigger and a bigger and a bigger.
Or let's try it minus 0.5 to start with.
But let me try.
So do you want to restart the game and see what happens? And we can talk people through the code.
Beep up. Activating. You talk through the code.
So normal walking. And what happens when space is pressed? That's the one that's lighting up here. We set our jump height variable, which is new. We've made a new variable called jump height. Just stop talking while I'm talking because they can't hear through the microphone. And starting at 8, we repeat until the jump height is 0. And each time around the repeat, we change y. So we move up by however much jump height is. And then we make jump height a bit smaller. So we decrease jump height by minus 0.5. So that gives you much better, smoother jumping. And you also can't fly anymore, can you, Alex?
No.
Is that disappointing?
Yeah.
Mike, just picking your and Alex's brains on this.
Yeah.
We've got a question about if someone has already downloaded the starter project, can they merge code they've already done into the starter project, or is it two separate things?
I don't. Is that sounds like that's offline, and I don't know. When we're doing it online, we press the remix button to be able to save our code. There might be a similar button if you're doing that offline. Does anybody else on the support? And Ali, Kiara, do either of you know?
Sorry, not sure off the top of my head. I'll have a quick Google while we're doing this.
Okay.
Mike, is when you've done this section, can you recap the bit of code that's at the second bit of code that you did that's at the top of the page and this section here?
Yeah, sure.
So
I think we're done with jumping now, aren't we? So we can delete this. Let's move all this up so everybody can see everything.
we're
There
gonna
we
put all of it in that little. Dad,
Yeah.
should we add writing to it so we know what each thing, like each section does?
You mean add comments?
Yeah.
That's a very good
So-
idea.
And if there's like a glitch that you need to change,
Yeah.
the glitch down.
So if we add a comment to this bit, this is
Movement.
reset position and movement style at the start of the game.
And the next entire bit is
So that's there. It's going to make it a bit hard for people to see, isn't it? Let's see what we can do. Drag this around a bit.
but what about movement?
So then we've got the two movement things. Do you want to put a comment on those, do you think?
Yeah, I'll put a comment.
Okay.
So we do movement.
So this is move right. When the right arrow is pressed.
Can you type so fast?
Mike and Alex,
Yeah.
we've got a really weird problem where our sprite is, after we hit jump, our sprite just kind of jumps all over the place and glitches all over the place.
Well, that's interesting. What have you done with gravity?
I think we've got that.
Yeah.
Is it negative or is it positive?
It's negative.
It's negative. Change
Oh,
one.
I want to do something really fun. I want to set the gravity
Does
to
yours do
constantly
that if you test your
float.
code?
Test your code and see if it does the odd thing.
It only happens. That doesn't happen.
Hold it space.
How did you get to it happening?
I don't know.
Did you?
I know. It's jump height. It's meant to be 8.
What did you set your jump height to?
10.
That should be the same.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Change Y by jump height. Change jump height by minus 0.5.
I'm good. I can't fly anymore though, which is annoying.
I wonder what happens. Is it that you're hitting the blue?
Yeah.
So if you hit the blue, then your gravity stops applying and you can come back up. So you can do it if you're on the ladder as well.
Yeah, but that makes ladder climbing really quickly.
So you can jump up the ladder.
Like with 2 jumps.
And that's because gravity doesn't apply when you're not when you're touching the ladder.
Look, I could be like double jump.
Just going to do a recap for everybody.
Okay. I'll be.
And Ali and
I'll
Doug,
just
if you
play
spot
for a bit.
why your code isn't the same as ours, and maybe you can shout it out, or otherwise
Oh,
I'm
that
confused.
that. Oh,
We're still touching blue, so
I
gravity's
think
still
I
up
know
there.
why. Like it could be that it doesn't look like it's happening, but it could be a very slight pixel of it's touching the blue
Maybe a 10
it's
jump height is enough to hit the top.
roof.
Anyway, so what we've got,
I'm
just
just gonna
stop
play.
making a noise, Alex, because I'm talking through the gravity here. So start with a gravity of -4. We could change that and change how fast she fell. And then in the forever loop, if we're not touching the platform or the ladder, then move down, change Y by gravity. And then if space key's pressed, set jump height to 8, repeat until jump height is 0, change Y by jump height and change jump height by -0.5. So we start with a big jump, and the further up the jump you go, the smaller jump height gets, so your jump does a nice curve.
I can't. It looks really laggy.
You found it? What was it?
Show you our bug. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Right.
Why don't I stop sharing for a minute and you can share your screen, because I think you should be able to.
Ready? Our bug was that instead of ready, do you want to see our jump?
Go on then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to press play. Sorry.
Is this?
Press play and show everybody what was happening.
Ready?
Yeah. Wow, that's strange.
What was doing it?
It's because of I put gravity then instead of jump.
You were changing gravity.
You're making gravity like stronger.
There we go.
Bing, bong,
He has a little mouth.
bong,
When you move him across, his mouth moves. He's fully. Oh, there was a little bit of that.
Yours looks very cool. Shall we start showing ours again? I'm glad you found that. That would have left us confused, wouldn't it? Ooh, let's share screen too, but we probably don't want to see Ali in there.
Fine, just while you're doing that, I've had a question about how do you add lines from the comment notes to the block?
That just happened. So I right-clicked on the block and did add comments. That's already got one. I can remove it and show you. So I was right-clicking on the block to add a comment to it, and that puts a line by it.
Brilliant, thank you both.
You're gonna yawn.
So that kind of thing. We could put different comments in if we want to remind you what different
My
bits of
guy's
the code
stuck. My guy's stuck.
do. Oh well, we'll stop and restart then. Let's move on to the
no,
next.
Dad, go
Yeah.
back. You broke something. He
What have I
constantly
broken?
moves left.
Oh no, that's interesting. How have I broken my code, everybody?
We don't know. I don't know. But it just keeps on. It thinks we keep on pressing the left arrow over and over.
Sure, the key's not stuck on the keyboard. Yeah, the key was stuck.
Okay, so it's not a glitch. It was just stuck key on the keyboard.
Right, what's next? Let's have a look and see what's coming up next in the tutorial.
Ooh, is it gonna be changing gravity? Challenge better jumping.
Even if the character is already in midair, it jumps whenever the player presses the spacebar. You can see this behavior if you hold down the spacebar, apparently.
I was able to. I did that at a point. Look.
Doesn't do that. I see. It's quite tricky to make it do it though.
No, I think it meant when it got stuck in the roof when it just jump. I want to make it stupidly weird.
Well, what the challenge says, can you change the character's sprite code for jumping so your character can only jump if it's touching the blue platform? So you can't jump up ladders anymore.
Oh, I liked for like super jump.
Let's do that. Shall we put an if in?
So where will that be? I think that'll be around the jump height changing thing. Oh, that should be around that. Maybe
When
around
space is pressed.
everything.
Around everything, do you think?
It's going to go nom nom.
And we want sensing, don't we? Touching colour.
Should we put it in a forever loop? Should we put it in a forever loop?
We don't need to. Do you know why?
Why?
Because this is not like some of these where, so there's a starting event for all of these blocks of code. Most of them have the starting event being when the flag is pressed. So they all start when the flag's pressed and then go forever. This one reacts to the space key being pressed instead. So now.
You can still do it. You can still do it.
That's because we haven't reset.
I haven't reset it. Let me pick one. This is a fun game. This is a very fun game. Boing. Oh, you can jump into the ladder though. And then you can float. Your head, it looks like your hair's been pinned to the wall.
I think that's because we were still touching the blue then. Okay, so we've done that. Okay. Now for the next bit of the game, we're going to have, there's a reason the game's called Dodgeball.
Baseball.
We're going to have balls falling down the platform and chasing us.
But then there's Donkey Kong.
It's a bit like Donkey Kong, isn't it?
We should have like there be a little cannon on the top that's going pew.
So the first thing we need to do is create ourselves a ball sprite. So we choose a sprite and then we search for ball. And you can pick which one you want.
Tennis ball.
You want a tennis ball? Oh, that tennis ball's a bit ugly. Can we have a football instead?
That's a soccer ball, but it's a football.
Well,
That's an American mold. Shrink it. Must be shrunk. We cannot jump over it.
That's a good point. So let's
shrink it down to the same 50. Shrink it down to a 50.
You think? Size 50. That looks a bit better, doesn't it?
We just need to do a test.
Let's see whether you can jump over it.
Let me do this slow one.
Oh, taking too long. Do you think we can jump over that?
Let's go across and very hard.
Still a bit too big for jumping over.
Let's do a
40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, you can jump over that easily now.
Excellent.
But don't they need to have gravity? Don't they need to have gravity?
Well, what we're actually going to do is we're going to start doing some clones. We're going to have lots of balls. So we need our favourite. This is the thing that's going to happen all the time. So what do we need when the flag's pressed?
Yeah.
Go on then. Into events. When the flag's pressed.
Then we need to go to
we
Lux.
Hide the
then
original.
This was in Lux.
Yeah.
And if we're going too fast, the colours of the pieces correspond to the little dots.
Oh, that's true. Well spotted, Alex. Okay. So we're starting by hiding. You'll see why in a minute. But forever.
Forever.
Wait 3 seconds. Do you know where that is?
3 seconds? Oh, yes,
That's at the top of control.
Oh, yes, it's right there, isn't it?
Wait.
How much?
3 seconds.
5.
Oh,
can we have multiple balls? Different types?
And then
that fall down?
We're going to create a clone. So we're going to have lots of balls. So every 3 seconds, create a clone.
Where's clones?
I think it's in control as well.
Delete this clone.
Don't do that, Alex, otherwise people can't see it.
Let's see if we can make a million.
So we're going to create lots of clones, but they're all hidden, so they're not really doing anything at the moment. What we need to do is when we start as a clone.
When I start as a clone, I need
We
to
need to
show myself.
Start in the right place.
We need to start at the top corner.
At the top
That
right.
corner
That's
right there.
So we're going to go to, and the position we're going to go to is all the way up here, I think.
No, not there, because then it'll be
Is
impossible.
that too high?
No, not too high, too low. Because when it comes through, you're going to not be able to get through the
Well,
door.
should we try 160 and 160?
Oh, that'd be. Where'd he go?
We forgot to show it. So we
Got
still need
show
to put a show in.
Show. And it needs to be affected by gravity.
Well,
Otherwise, it's going to float.
actually, we're going to cheat, and we're not going to make it a sprite that responds to gravity.
Oh.
We could write that code, but let's follow the tutorial this time, and maybe when people are doing the exercise themselves or having a play around, they could see if they could think about how to make the sprite.
And you can add many things that aren't in it.
Yeah, but for now,
You could add new levels.
we'll do what's in the tutorial for now, shall we? So we're going to repeat this movement 22 times.
22?
Yeah.
Why 22?
Just trust me, these are all the right numbers.
They're not all the right numbers. We should be able to change them and make them whatever we want.
And we're going to change y by -4.
No, 20.
And then we're going to do another repeat.
Repeat 20 times. No, don't repeat it 20 times. Repeat it there 170
times.
Well, that's a lot of time.
So we started off by moving down. So we're going to start up here somewhere and then move down a bit. And then
we're going to roll.
Repeating 170. And we're going to change x by -2.
It's going to
So
phase
go
through
back.
blocks.
We're also going to
phase through
make the ball spin. So we're going to turn it a little bit
by 6.
by 6 degrees.
Coming over by 20, so it spins really
So that
fast.
was turning anti-clockwise by 6 degrees while we're rolling left. And then there's another repeat. Repeat 30. Change y. That's -4. And then at the end, we're going to delete the clone again.
What?
So that's under control, right at the bottom of control is delete this clone.
Why do we want to delete it?
So
Why can't we have
why
it
should we see what happens?
It's gone. It's not working.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's falling down.
So every 3 seconds, a new clone is created and it falls down and then disappears.
What? We need one to spawn on each level.
Well, let's see what happens. We've got a lot of things to do here. So our jump got bigger.
No, that's because we were on the ladder.
Okay.
And there wasn't no gravity, like always. You're being killed, Mom. We can't be. Dad, look! Yours is one. It's supposed to go all the way down.
Well, we've got to do
Mike,
some
I
more.
think we need a little bit
Yes.
of a recap on what was happening, what you've done with the ball.
Okay, you can recap.
Shall we recap?
Let's recap. No, not repack.
Okay, Alex.
Repack.
Remember, they can't hear me if you're talking at the same time because we've only got one microphone. Okay?
Just gonna.
So what we did, can you click on the create sprite button, Alex, to show everybody how we created a ball? So we clicked on choose a sprite and we searched for a ball and
You
found the
can
ball
have
that we
any
liked.
ball there is. You can have an outfield, a match.
Some of those might look a bit silly if you use those as balls. So we picked something that was a bit ball shaped. And then in the ball code, when the flag is clicked, hide the original ball because we're going to be creating lots of clones of it. Then have a forever loop and wait 3 seconds in that loop and create a clone of myself. So every 3 seconds, a new ball clone is created. And when the ball clone starts, so that's this block of code here, it goes to this top position over here, goes to X160 and
I'm
Y160,
happy because I got yay.
shows itself, and then 22 times it goes down by 4,
Slow.
and then 170 times it rolls left by 2, so that's -2, and turns 6 degrees, so it looks like it's rolling. Then 30 times it goes down by 4, so change y by -4, and then it deletes itself. But now what we want to do is make it roll down the whole platform, so we've got to put some more code in. So we're going to repeat some of these.
We're jumping lower than normal.
Okay, can we stop and add the other code?
Yes, more code and make the code make us fall over and die.
So we've just got down to this platform. So now we're going to need to go back the other way. So how about we copy this block?
And just
So
add
I
it.
just right clicked and did duplicate.
But instead of going clockwise, instead of going
So I'm going to add a comment
anti-clockwise,
here. Down to top platform.
I see a little ball, mini ball. Look, look, look.
And this one goes left
Hmm.
to end of top platform. Then we go down to middle platform. So now this one here is going to need to go right, isn't it, Alex?
Yes, it's going to go.
Right on middle platform. So we'll change X. Instead of -2, what should that be?
2.
+2. And we don't want to change anti-clockwise in here. We want it to roll the other way. So we want motion,
Clockwise.
turn clockwise instead,
And make it
still
go.
by 6 degrees.
It's going to be by 20.
So now look.
It's been really fast.
So we're nearly there. It's got down to the right, the
We
bottom.
should have different types of balls, and some of them spin faster and go faster. That'd be cool. Like different types they have to avoid.
So we've got down onto the bottom platform. I'm just adding some comments so we can remember where we are. And then the last one, we need to go back again. So we're going to duplicate again.
Can I go?
But we don't need this block here. I'll recap over all of these, but we need to change X by -2 again. And we've got the wrong kind of turning in there. So we're going to turn it.
It's already there, Dad. It's already there.
I know.
It's already right
But
there.
this will do.
Let's try this again. This is going to be very
Delete some of these blocks.
Play. Let me go.
Ready
Let
to
me
go?
play.
So let's see if that ball's doing the right thing for us. There it rolls. You jump over it.
Ow. Well, ow! It's going through my hair. Ah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm physically. Whee!
Oh, careful with the keys you pressed. Okay. Lots of balls in there doing the
There's
right thing.
too many balls. Should we make it wait by 5?
Well, let's just show everybody what code we've done.
There's a lot of.
So this is the code to start the clones.
And I shall
So when,
disappear.
where are you off to?
Right here, Dad.
Okay, when it's clicked, hide, then forever in every 3 seconds create a clone of yourself. Then when you start as a clone, so every new ball is a new clone, it goes to this X position and Y position up here. Then show, and then repeat this many times and change Y by -4. So this is moving it down from up here onto the top platform. And then the next one, we roll left. So 170 times we're going X -2 and turning. And then 30 times to fall down here, which is Y -4, like gravity. We could actually use gravity in there instead. Do you think we should? Because then it would be the same as gravity everywhere else.
No.
Change Y by gravity.
Can we have it still? Can we have it roll faster when it's in the air, like when it's still falling? Because balls don't just stop midair and stop rolling, do they?
You want it to keep rolling even when it's falling down. That's probably right, actually. Should we do that? How are we going to do that?
We're just going to get turned.
So it'll keep rolling in the
But
same.
I think it should go 12, so it's faster.
Well, it's faster while it's falling.
Yeah, because that's normal. Because there's no friction blocking it.
Hey chaps,
Hello.
I was just thinking we've only got a few minutes left, and I bet there are a few people out there that would like a nice recap of this.
I think that's a very good idea.
And
This can always, the rest of the thing can always be homework.
Good call. We'll talk you through some of the homework, but shall we do a recap? Do you think right from the beginning?
Right from the very.
We'll show you all of the code and explain what it does. Alex, you can try and explain it. See if you've got it. I think you have.
I got it.
So we started out without having any sprites in here, and we
Then
created ourselves a
We
walking
just went
sprite.
by. We just wrote walkie, walkie, walk.
Walkie, walkie, walk.
Walkie, walkie, walk. And you can pick any of the walking things that you want.
Okay, so tell me what all of this code does for
So
Giga.
this is to, when we click this, makes us reset.
And what's the reset?
That's the reset.
So going to the bottom left
I'm just gonna
corner.
pause it so nobles will move around.
And
then,
what's the rotation style there for?
so that we don't do flips.
That's right.
But if you want him to do flips when he walks, if you want him to walk on his head, you can.
Okay, and then forever. So this is all the time the game's going.
And this is to make us move that way.
So if the right arrow key is
To
pressed,
make us move that
what do we
way.
do? We point in direction. Can you see point in direction
90.
90, which is that way on my screen? But
And then when we're
that way?
pressing it,
One of those ways.
then it moves 3 steps
And next
And-
costume, why is that there?
so that we can go. So that we can go.
Walkie,
Dun,
walkie,
dun,
walkie.
dun, dun,
That's
dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun. Scary ball.
And then we've got the same for the left key
Yep, exact same. Just negative 90 instead.
in negative 90. And then
A scary ball.
what's the up key do? If the up arrow, why does up arrow have another operator in there?
So that it can only go up there.
Up when you're touching the pink. And you change Y by 4 to go up.
Boing.
And if we're touching colour green, then we say yay at the end.
Yay! No, there's more down.
There's
We
more,
have
well, because gravity.
Gravity. So we don't float through the air.
So we created a gravity variable, that was in variables. We set it to -4 at the start when the flag's clicked. And forever, if we're not touching blue or pink, so if we're not on one of the bits of our platform, then we fall down. So we change Y by gravity. And whenever the space
can
key is
also
pressed,
You can also change your gravity to move really fast.
yeah, whenever the space
Or
key is
make you
pressed,
float.
if we're touching the blue, what happens?
Touching the blue, we can.
We set our jump height to 8, so we start at 8.
And we go boing,
Boing, boing, boing. So you,
boing,
as you get
boing,
higher, you
boing,
jump less. So it's like a
boing,
big
boing.
loop, a big
So
sign.
boing.
Change Y by jump height and reduce the jump height. So you go through that loop and make a nice smooth jump. So that's all of her movement.
I'm out of breath.
And then in the ball works. We created a ball sprite and we work using clones. So when flags clicked,
Those balls are not
hide
real.
the original. No, the original's not visible. We could show the original. It's up. It's just fixed here.
It's
It
just
doesn't
there.
really matter where it is. So we'll hide that.
I like it there though. I
And
like being able to
forever,
see the ball.
every 3 seconds, we create a clone of myself.
Oh, Dad, if we have it showing, we can make the aim of the game to get to the green and
Well, you
kill
could-
the,
whatever you
the
could-
ball at the top and it stops.
You could do whatever you liked with the game.
Stops at the
And
end.
every clone that starts goes to the same place, shows itself, and then does a whole load of moving. So repeat 22 times, and we change Y by gravity. We forgot to make the ball spin at the beginning, but that's probably okay because it's being dropped out of the sky.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be moving when it's falling out the sky.
So once it's done the falling, it then repeats 170 times and moves to the left. That's -2, rolling while it does it. And then 30 times we're going down, and it spins a bit faster when it's falling down. That's why it's 15.
Dad, I think it would be better if it's flipped, the top bit where it creates clone, because there's a big weight at the very beginning before the first ball falls down.
Okay. So you think you should wait after?
Yeah,
That doesn't really matter, does it?
after the first clone is
Okay,
created.
we'll do that. So that goes through all of the platform, and you can, if you're trying to figure it out, you can change those numbers. You can make it move a bit differently.
You can.
If
you
you're
can change
feeling really advanced, you could do what Alex suggested, which is instead of what we call hard coding those numbers and just working out the numbers, you could try and make the ball clones react to the colors and gravity and only fall when they're not touching things.
You could have it. You could have like a piece that the balls go through, but you don't.
Yeah. So that's the project, but there's more to this project, which you can either do as homework or we might come back to next time, which is when Giga hits the ball. At the moment, nothing happens. What we really want to happen, we don't have time to do that now because we're nearly out of time, but is when the ball touches our character, we want to reset the game.
With mine, I just want to do something where he points straight up and falls over.
So you can
Dead.
follow through the tutorial and figure that out if
Dead.
you want. But we're going to stop there. There's other challenges you can do. You can make the balls random, so they're not the same size, or they rotate differently or move at different speeds.
That's what I want to do.
And
And what about a
lasers.
cannon?
We didn't get to lasers. I think we're going to
No!
get to lasers next time. So that's it.
But I want.
Were
I
there
want to
any
do
last
this.
questions that we haven't answered? Anybody see anything?
I think we're good.
No, I think you got all of them.
Brilliant.
If you do have a question, just add it in the chat now so we can see.
Or maybe you can send an email to the email you've got. I'm sure somebody sees those emails, Ali.
Thanks,
everybody.
Mike.
Do you think we'll do this one next time, or will we do a different project next time, Ali?
Same.
Up to you guys. I mean, it's up to if people who are there. If you still want to continue with this and finish it off, make sure you leave a comment in the
chat.
in the questionnaire that comes up after the session, after we hit close.
Show them how our balls change.
I can show them.
Do you want to do that, Ali? You do a show of your projects for the last time.
Yeah,
and,
just one last time, super quickly. We will show you what we've got. Okay, here's our gobo
You can press full screen.
screen.
And you
start
have a
again?
different person walking
Focus on our balls. Look, our ball is purple, and then it's yellow,
and then it's purple.
Wow.
Then it's blue.
Wow.
and then it's pink, and then it's green,
And then it's yellow.
Whoa.
and then it's
That's very
Then it
cool.
goes back to purple.
and
That
then
must have been harder. Yay!
Yeah, that's awesome.
You didn't do the really long yay.
Well done, guys, and thank you everybody for following.
bye.
See you
And
next
we
time.
need it.
Bye.
And if you're wondering how to change the thing, you don't have any different options. I forgot.
Yeah, never mind. We'll see you
Never
next time,
mind.
everybody.
Bye. See you next
Bye,
time.
bye, bye. I'm a potato.